This is not what I expected the used to sound like. I hate that I'm using the word soundtrack because it's a substitution for a better word I just can't find, but it just very, very theatrical. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Lone University. It's Sunday, and that means it's time for another bonus episode, a random drawing episode from all the requests I received over on Patreon last month. You know the drill by now. Let's get right to it. Last month, we had 243 requests. I think that's the most I've ever gotten. So let's go to the random number generator, 1 through 243, and whatever's on line 16 is what we're hearing today. And that is The Used, Bird and the Worm. Interesting. I actually had them on the list coming up here in a month or so. This was requested by Ake Ligari. Sorry if I'm screwing that one up. Loyal patron who's been over there a long time. This one only got 3 votes, so that's why we do this. Let's check it out. So The Used, Bird and the Worm. Music video. Let's do it. I've never listened to this band before. I know the name. I might have heard them. Okay. Yeah, I feel like they're maybe in this metalcore emo scene. I don't know. I'm just kind of judging. Whoa. I feel like I've seen their name mentioned with bands like Under Oath and such. Like I loosely have a gut feeling knowing what scene they, hail from. Let's keep going and just hear the music, but intense setup.
He wears his heart safety pin to his backpack. His backpack is all that he knows. Shot down by strangers whose glances can cripple the heart and devour the soul. All alone he turns to stone while holding his breath after death. Terrified of what's inside, to save his life he cries like a word from a bird.
Love the vocals. Guy's a hell of a singer. Yeah, I don't know. Harder rock stuff. I love how cinematic all this, I guess this pre-verse, it's almost like the song started here officially with this chorus section. There was this big lead up, like the strings, almost soundtrack-ish in terms of the production, a lot of tense chords and leading tones. I think there was even that sort of just typical diminished chord right below the root of F sharp minors, where it sounds like we are tonally. Let me go back to when the music itself starts. Yeah, I got this cello going. That kind of thing. Almost a bit classical in a way, if I'm just... Almost has that kind of vibe to it, but way darker, more demented.
He wears his heart safety pin to his backpack. His backpack is all that he knows.
Okay, yeah, it's just going between 2 half steps there. F sharp minor. Maybe that's even too bright. But either way, it's... I mean, that's like classic horror movie soundtrack stuff, right? And all the colors, the melody, the notes. Yeah, just a really nice setup to where I know the chorus is going to go because we just landed there. Okay, so let it go for a bit. Good melodic stuff. Yeah. Okay, even in the chorus, I know I said I'm going to let it go. I just wanted to get through that chorus. Yeah, the backbone of that melodically is that F to F sharp. It's a very nice, strong leading tone. So that's a hallmark of the verses musically, and it's a big part of the turnaround in the chorus. I like that theme. There's this really low vocal thing here, like a backup vocal. I thought the texture was interesting. Okay. Whoa. Ooh. This is a cool build-up. Great chorus. Law. It's kind of epic. It almost sounds unnatural for how the vocals have been so far. I like the texture. It's a kind of a curveball, but it just adds to this. It's very movie soundtrackish. And I know sometimes when people say that about a song, it almost comes across as like a reductive term. It's not the case at all. What I'm saying is that it's very rich, like the production elements and all the different colors tonally they're using to get across this darker feel just has a depth to it. It's a very vast type of songwriting style. Love just all the different elements contributing to that. And then you get to the chorus and it's this very very poppy chorus as well, but I think the way all those darker elements influence the way the song sounds, it doesn't come across as like a bubblegum pop chorus. So it's still very dark. Dig it. Really love the vocals. Not a ton going on bass-wise. That's okay. I still love checking out great music. This is not what I expected the Used to sound like. I knew they might be sort of heavy. I thought they were more kind of emo. I'm just going off of old impressions of what I thought I knew the band to be. They've got the haircuts. I used to have the same haircut. That guy. Oh, sucked into the couch. That melody is really catchy. It's really sinking its teeth into me, but it's... There it is. Yeah, the entire cinematography of this scene, like gravity's pulling you to the ceiling. It's an eerie type of character to the song. And that they're really leaning into that half-step sound. It's just been the backbone kind of motif of the song, if you will. Yeah, see all this production. It's very soundtrackish. Like a cool thing. Whoa. Okay. paying attention to the bass now, it seems to have been very root note heavy this whole time. I'm not going to go back to a previous chorus to see if this was the case, but I feel like now the bass is walking the changes a bit more in the chorus, whereas before it just was very, singular. So if that was happening earlier, I apologize for missing it, but I hear a lot of this. Just kind of linking the chords together a bit more, and it's very easy to do that. You just find the native scale for all of these chords, which is very much like a D major, F sharp minor, or A major. I'm going to say F sharp minor. I've not been thinking too much about the actual tonal center because it's been very F sharp minor heavy. But nonetheless, you find the scale that all of those chords exist in, and just kind of run the scale and stop on a note that lines up with the chord you're on. That's a very gross oversimplification of how to glue chords together, but that's the effect it gives. It just kind of makes the chord progression hit and meld a bit better. So if you listen here, I feel like the bass player's doing this maybe for the first time in the song. God, I love that melody. It's a great tag. Grief. Wow. Creepy. Of course, I have to look them up. The Used, American rock band. Yeah, genres, emo, screamo, post-hardcore, pop, punk, punk rock, alternative rock. Yeah, I've heard the name. Out of all the bands I reviewed on the channel, it maybe reminds me a bit of AFI, which is a band I really like. They have similar branding. Just that really rich soundtrack. I hate that I'm using the word soundtrack because it's a substitution for a better word I just can't find, but it just very, very theatrical, maybe is a better word to use for their production. It has a depth to it. I love the cello and the strings and the element it added to the song. And what a damn catchy chorus. Holy shit, that's going to be stuck in my head. So that's my first time hearing The Used. Sounds a lot different than I thought they would. I think I knew more about what they looked like and the bands they've typically been affiliated with more than anything about their actual sound. So another great pick from the Random Number Generator Gods. If you'd like to participate in this, come be a member on Patreon. It's the best way to support the channel. If you enjoy what I do, come find us, patreon.com/LowenUniversity. We do lots of random drawing picks over there, mixtapes. We do full albums each month. And of course, I have tons of bass lessons and such. If you play, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please do that now. It really helps me out. I love you all. We'll see you in the next one.